Okay, so today decided to take the T7 out for a bit of a tour. Gonna be hitting up some local trails. Haven't really done any trail riding with this thing. Just mostly on the streets, right? These tires aren't the best for kind of off-road trails. They're right for gravel roads, but trails I'm not sure about to see. I do have a set of those Tusk Adventure 2, I think, tires. Gotta throw on yet. Had those for a little bit, for a while, but I just haven't gotten around to throwing them on, and I've been doing mostly road riding with this thing lately, so to see what how it does on the trails. Here with these tires. Okay, I was gonna hit the trailhead here. Now it's fairly sandy. I'm not sure how this is gonna handle here. The bike's gonna handle on this sand. To running this trail on my 302 stroke, so it's a bit different with this T7. Whoa, blowdown. Few blowdowns, holy. We're gonna have to watch for blowdowns here. These tires don't like sand at all. To get off here, maybe. Pretty skatey. Wonder if there's another trail head here. Looks like there's quads that go this way. Oh yeah. There's a ton of blowdowns here. Yeah, these tires are not awesome. It seems like I gotta adjust the suspension for sure for off-road. The rebound seems really fast. I'm not even sure if you can adjust the suspension. This area here has been known for blowdowns. Been caught a few times blasting through that trail on my 300 and having to jam on the brakes because there's a awkward blowdown. I should be able to, it's just the sand at the bottom. Damn. Yeah, so first blowdown that got in my way. Seen other blowdowns that I'd be able to get past, but this one we can get around it through the bush, but it's blocking the main trail. And this is the first one, so there's probably many more. So what I'm gonna have to do is, when I'm back here on my 300, I can get a little kind of handsaw, just a chainsaw, and you have it handle on each end, and you can just saw it up and down, and make pretty quick work of that. Get rid of it. It just stops the flow right through trees like these. Some guys might want to turn it into an obstacle, but I can't be bothered. I'd rather have the flowy track than try and bumping over dead trees. Anyway, I'll get back at it. Brand new one, no. Got a bypass here. Ugh. This trail's a lot more flowy on a 300 two-stroke KTM. And I'm not used to riding this bike off-road, so I'm taking her easy. Just noticed the weight, and I'm actually kind of worried about my front discs, my front brakes, because there is no protection right now for them. Lots of big rocks in this section. Don't want to ding one of those. So. Now this spot used to be flooded out, but it's been pretty dry lately. Problem. Let's take her slow. Sandy sections. Yeah, these tires are no good. No good for off-road. We got this section here. Can do it. There we go. Whew. Holy. Yeah, those tires are definitely no good in the dirt. They'll do all right for for gravel roads, but They're pretty squirrely, even like the front end's pretty washed out. It gets washed out, and especially in the sand. Sand's horrible. You can barely control it. It's all over the place. Getting up little hills, tough. It'll do it if you chug away, but the last little sandy hill, I was kind of worried it was going to get stuck there, but it kept chugging away. So I got to swap those tires over if I'm going to do any kind of off-road. Yeah. Any of this loose stuff, the sand, forget about it. Just the factory tires that the Tenere comes with. What are they? Pirelli Scorpion Rallies. Yeah, they're alright for like gravel roads, and that's about it. Get you in trouble any other way. And get into the soft stuff will get you in trouble for sure. Anyway. I just gotta find a way under the road over here at work. Yeah, I would say these tires, these Pirelli Scorpion Rally tires, are good for mostly road on the pavement. Kind of like a road around right now, kind of gravel. And that's it. That is it. I gotta get those other tires swapped over, I think, if I'm going to do any kind of trails or whatever, because all the guy does is spin. You know, here, there's a little trail right here. Again, I'm not sure what the situation is with blowdowns. So let's take her easy. Grass is a little high, so there could be some 45-degree logs across the trail that are hidden. I hate those, especially when they're wet. But yeah, on the 300 XC, the guy can put down some decent time in this section. Well, that's not bad though, second gear. This is part of the section I call the go home trail. This is always a trail that I take when I'm done for the riding today, in this part of the country anyway. Oh man, I didn't even notice all these roots before. Oh, she's going pretty fast through here, so going slower now. I can take a look and see kind of the lay of the land. There's a lot of roots I don't see here when I'm on my cross-country bike. Oh, there we go. Glad I got that bash plate on there. Got a new bash plate on it, not the stock Yamaha aluminum bash plate. Oops, neutral. This spot here, it gets really flowy, and then there's a section here. It gets kind of tight in here. Probably won't be that tight today on this thing. I won't be going as fast as I am on the 300. Oh, there's a 45-degree log. Oh yeah, traction just breaks free. Little across the trail thing. There's some actually pretty sweet single track through this section of the country. This is actually a wider section of it. Slower than I'm used to. This thing on this section I'm just pinned on the 300. This Tenere is kind of set up for the road. I'm really impressed with all those guys. They take these ADV bikes and they do some serious off-roading with them. That was kind of my turn off there, but thought I'd keep going. Can get back around to it right here. But I have to say, these Teneres, even my 890, oh, there's a rut there. Even the 890, if they're kitted out properly, decent tires and stuff like that, they're quite capable. I would just have to get used to it. Off-road, that is. Now I gotta look into setting the suspension better for off-road. Stuff like that just slows bike down. Whereas on a true dirt bike, you'll be able to blitz these whoops no problem. I have to say it's weird hearing the chain slap like that because there's no chain guide on these things. So it kind of flops around. I think we'll just take this way, take the road back. There, back to civilization. Despite the tires being inadequate for what I was doing, I kind of enjoyed that. Going slower than I normally do, like I mentioned before, on my dirt bike. But that'll come with time. I've seen these guys on these YouTube channels taking these ADV bikes to some insane places. Like places I take my single track bike and maybe some questionable spots where I wouldn't take my single track bike. After seeing where these guys are taking these KTM 890 Adventures and Tenere 700s, it's like, gee, why can't you take your 300 up that? Like, it's some pretty gnarly stuff. definitely hardcore.